Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Rant. Extremely late episode for the SmackDown spoilers. They're not really spoilers at this point because the show's already aired. Sorry about that, I kind of fucked up and forgot to do this for 3 days. Anyways, let's just get right into it. May 9th, 2014. Dark match. Xavier Woods defeats Damian Sandow. And it was said he beat him with a running knee to the face. So I'm thinking, wait, he's using Bryan's finisher? Because that sounds like Daniel Bryan's finisher. I don't know. The show actually starts with a recap of the Shield vs. Wyatt's match from Raw. After that, we get the rematch between Sheamus and Dean Ambrose for the US title. Sheamus wins with a brogue kick. So, he will keep the US title and Ambrose will move on. They also announce 3 matches for tonight. Roman Reigns versus Mark Henry, Seth Rollins versus Batista, and finally John Cena and the Usos versus the Wyatts. Next up we get Cesaro and Wade Barrett defeating Rob Van Dam and Big E. Don't ask me why these 4 were paired together. I guess faces and heels, but other than that, they have no common bonds. Yeah, Cesaro and Barrett win, and Paul Heyman was on commentary. Whatever. We get another recap, this time of the match between Kane and Daniel Bryan from Extreme Rules. I'm going to guess it's basically the same one we got on Raw, the little picture recap. After that, Alexander, or I shouldn't say Alexander. Apparently they've dropped the Alexander from his name. Did I mention that? I think I did. It's just Rusev now. Rusev squashes Kofi Kingston. Beat him by submission, of course, with the accolade, blah, blah, blah. Up on the Titantron, Bray Wyatt appears and cuts a promo about John Cena. We get another Bo Dallas video. And speaking of which, I've heard that he's supposed to be making his return or his debut, whatever you want to call it, to the main roster. And it will be at next week's SmackDown. So, yeah. Anyways, after the Bo video, Fandango and Layla defeat Santino and Emma. After the match, Johnny makes out with Layla. Okay. Roman Reigns defeats Mark Henry with the spear. And then the Matadors and El Torito defeat Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre of 3MB, and as well as Hornswoggle. And El Torito pins Heath Slater to win that match. So yeah, it doesn't get much lower than jobbing to a midget. Up next, Batista defeats Seth Rollins by countout after Rollins hits the commentary table. I don't know, I'm guessing he went for some sort of dive, Batista moved out of the way, and Seth ate the frickin' table. So Rollins gets counted out. Medics come out to attend to Rollins, but Batista hits Rollins with the Batista bomb. And that upsets the crowd, obviously. After that, we get another video for Bo. This one, a new one, apparently. Who cares? Moving on. In the main event, the Wyatts defeat John Cena and the Usos, and Bray poses as the show goes off the air. That's the end of the show. Now for some side notes. I already talked about Bo. Oh yes. It's rumored or planned, however you want to look at it, that the Kane and Daniel Bryan feud is going to end, essentially, at the Payback pay-per-view, where they will supposedly have a buried alive match, which Kane will lose. And that will write Kane out of the show for a while, because I guess they want him to go away for a while and come back to promote the See No Evil 2 film that the WWE Films production company is making and getting ready to release. Whatever the fuck, who cares? So there's that. Also, the plan to have the Shield break up, that plan has apparently been scrapped, at least for the foreseeable future. I guess they're doing so good together, they don't want to break them up. And that's probably for the best, as they have a lot of fans, including me. And honestly, here's a good question. What would you do with them if they did break up? Like, if they all just went their separate ways, what would you have them do? They've been wanting Reigns to be the new big face of the company, so I imagine he would probably do that. He'd be in some probably high-profile feuds, probably end up getting Intercontinental title, US title, something like that, to build him up before giving him a shot at the WWE World Heavyweight title. But what would you have Rollins and Ambrose do? Anyways, next little bit. It's rumored that soon Evolution, the group Evolution, will be getting a new member. That is, if Batista actually goes away to do his Hollywood stuff. And the new member is pretty much confirmed to be Sheamus. There was actually a backstage report that on Raw, when Sheamus brogue kicked Ambrose, that was supposed to be Sheamus's official heel turn. He's supposed to turn heel, but that was supposed to be his heel turn. But apparently, people didn't pick up on it, so yeah. They'll probably be doing something else with that on Raw this coming Monday. So, look forward to that. And in the last little bit of news, the Tough Enough show from the WWE is apparently going to be coming back here soon. And it will be filmed mostly at the Performance Center down in Florida. And it's also said that they were probably only going to be using people that are already signed to developmental contracts for like NXT and stuff. So, yeah, great. It's basically going to be like the first couple of seasons of NXT, when they were competing to be the next top star, or whatever the fuck. Anyways, so yeah. Interesting stuff going on. I'm sorry again for this getting up so late. I have no idea what the hell happened to the time. Anyways, that was the SmackDown spoilers, very, very late spoilers, for May 9th, 2014. Couldn't find the location, as is usually the norm. As always, again, all my notes came from NoDQ.com. Makes me wonder why I even do this show and not just give you guys a link to the stuff there. Anyways, that's it for this episode of the Wrestling Rant. Stay tuned for Raw, which will be Monday, obviously. And we will see you on Monday for Raw. See you then.